if you want to make your Easter tablescape super glamorous, I will show you how with this super adorable napkin ring.
Okay, for this project you will need the following: a variety of glass beads, preferably bicone or round style. So I'm using my primary color in light blue. I'm also using peach. As well, I'm using a larger 6mm glass bead that's oval shaped. And of course you'll need your non-tarnish 24 gauge wire, as well as your typical pliers, so long nose and your cutters. Using our 24 gauge non-tarnish wire, I'm going to cut the wire about 20 inches to start. Start by adding 4 of your main beads, 1 accent bead, and 4 main beads. So my accent bead here is that 6mm clear bead. And then you want to add 1 more accent bead at the end. But that first accent bead, you want it to be somewhere around the middle of your wire. So your project will start in the center of your wire, so around that 10-inch mark. So where you have your second accent bead, take the wire on the opposite side and weave it through that accent bead in the opposite direction. So you will be creating a loop. Now to continue with this pattern, we will be adding 4 main color beads on one side of the wire and 4 main color beads on the other side of the wire, and adding 1 accent bead on either side and looping through the wires in opposite directions, creating again another loop. So we are creating like this chain link loop pattern. So right now we are working on the main core of the napkin ring. Feel free to tweak the wire as you go and make the loops more consistent looking. You can make your napkin ring as big as you like. For mine, I'm using 7 accent beads. I find that is the perfect size for a napkin ring. So for the end of the napkin ring, to close it off, you will not be adding a new accent bead. Instead, you will weave the wires through your first accent bead. If it's hard to pull that second wire through, you can use your flat nose pliers. To secure your napkin ring in place, I would wrap the wires underneath that accent bead and twist them together. Then you can fold the wire and tuck in the ends. So part 2, making the bunny ears. So for this step, I would cut about 1 yard of wire, the same wire to 24 gauge, and we're going to attach this wire onto the napkin ring by twisting it. So we're going to twist it under one of the accent beads, leaving about a 6-inch tail on one end. So to make this bunny ear, I'm going to use the same technique that I use for making wire leaves. So this 6-inch tail is actually going to be the center point of our leaf, or in this case, the ear. So to give my project more character, I'm going to use the peach colored beads for the center of the ear. I think that will look super cute. So what you will do is add 3 of the bicones to that center wire and 4 beads to your working wire. So in this case, our working wire is the long wire. Make sure to leave a 5mm gap from the napkin ring to allow space for all the layers we're going to add. And what we will do is wrap that working wire and twist it around, so over and under the center wire. Repeat by adding 4 more beads to the other side, and then wrap over and under at the base of that ear. So this is the first round within the ear. So continue the same technique with 7 beads this time. And as you can see, I'm now going back to my main color, which is blue. So here you could start shaping the ear with that point at the tip. So this is when I realized I wasn't going to have enough blue beads to finish my project. Don't you just love it when it happens? So what I did find a slightly darker shade of blue beads, which I'm going to use for that last layer within the ear. So I did find that the ear was getting a little bit wobbly. So to fix this issue, what I did was wrap the wire a few times around the napkin ring at the base of the accent bead. So once I did this, I found that the ear was a lot more sturdy. For the last row, I added 13 or 14 beads on the one side. And don't forget, for me, these beads were slightly smaller than my main color bead. To finish the ear, just wrap the wire a few times at the base of the ear. This will also give it some durability, and you'll just tie away the remainder of the wire. So we will complete the same process for the other ear now, and we will do this on the adjacent accent bead.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and have fun decorating for spring and Easter, especially if you are going to be hosting.